Alright, hello everybody. I'm back. We're doing themes 6 through 9 today. Hopefully, yeah, I'm going to be finishing up chapter 4, and then we just have chapter 5 left to go. Um, so let's get into it. Theme 6, efficient work environment that induces teamwork. Theme 6 is that restorative justice creates an efficient work environment that induces teamwork. The effective restorative justice solutions create an efficient work environment that induces teamwork, which reduces the workload for employees and management. P3 described that we had an excellent retention at my NPO when I was the executive director. In my experience, staff were able to address struggles with each other and to use restorative approaches with me when there were difficult issues or disagreements in my leadership choices. We conducted meetings in a restorative manner and worked to continuously build relationships with each other. P6 described an experience where an employee stole supplies. The plan rarely requires the return of supplies, rather a process of apologizing to the company and participating in community service for the benefit of their fellow employees. By participating in restorative justice, the employees could have the opportunity to learn from their mistakes, make amends for their actions, and improve their life. P6 described an experience where even though the employee made a mistake, the ending action improved their life and the life of other employees in society. P6 continued to explain how switching from a negative mindset to a positive mindset brings an organization together. In my experience, I have used the explanation that in our group, we would always encourage and enhance a positive error mindset. Given many employees come from a negative error, competitive mindset, they tend to hide both mistakes and ignorance. Combined with a scarcity mindset, this often leads to proliferating and backstabbing, sabotaging of other group members. By celebrating the disclosure and cure of errors, mistakes, especially those by the leader, the group can relax its traditional defenses, hide and lie, and become trusting, displaying vulnerability and authenticity. P4 stated that restorative justice is effective because it involves the whole workplace to be accountable to the solution, as well as the harm, wrong done by the individual. It creates a solution-based environment which leads to a better work environment. One of the main purposes of restorative justice is to bring people together. A restorative justice environment goal accomplishes this through healing parties that provide the opportunity for better teams. Restorative justice is the process of understanding one another, which creates better teams in the workplace to accomplish the organization's goals. Theme 7, oneness, either spiritual or scientific or both. Theme 7 is oneness, either spiritual or scientific or both. Restorative justice focuses on creating a family unit of oneness, either spiritual or scientific or both, that recognizes everyone is connected, which reduces conflict. P10 stated family unit and continued with awareness from friends, family, or a higher power. There is no one glove that fits all for this step. P6 described that it is a form of growth that was possible for me in only one place, in the circle, community, company, group. P6 continued to describe how restorative justice process must be an all-in-one process. In a work environment, you'll need to incorporate it into all the working processes: hiring, advertising, administration, promotion, termination, etc. P3 replied, there is research that speaks to the benefits of feeling connected to people we work with relative to retention and positive perceptions of the workplace. A unitive mind is the highest form of leadership that requires an understanding that everything is connected. Oneness. By creating a community and healing conflict, employees and management comprehend that everything an individual does affects other individuals and the group. If employees and management perceive that everyone is connected, then harming anyone is perceived as harming oneself, which reduces conflict in the work environment. Theme 8. Focus on repairing the harm done to improve relationships. Theme 8 focuses on repairing the harm done to improve relationships. Restorative justice focuses on repairing the harm done to improve relationships, creates culture, forms unity, and creates transformation within the organization. P3 stated, the primary transformation that I witnessed is people tend to sequence through stuck emotions to a sense of connection with restorative justice practices. When humans feel connected, there is less conflict, and when there is conflict, it is moved through with more grace when people feel connected. P7 supported P3 statement by stating, I noticed that the effectiveness of restorative justice practices is grounded in the values and principles of restorative justice: repairing harm, justice to restore those who are injured, and to build community safety and social harmony. By increasing respectful communication with mutual understanding and fostering respectful dialogue leads to improving, building, strengthening, maintaining, and repairing relationships. P7 demonstrated how the harm is repaired by stating, this is where restorative justice plays its part in repairing the harm of the shame or guilt that one feels after acknowledging that their behavior has harmed someone. And the benefit of restorative justice is to determine how to address the needs and repair the harm. P7 continued to state, positive transformation occurs during the process of restorative justice by helping to build stronger interpersonal relationships between parties that help, of course, individuals, as well as employees collectively, as the larger social transformation. Restorative justice seeks to transform harmed relationships into healthy relationships. Focusing on repairing the harm done improves relationships and connections between employees, management, and the organization. Individuals having the chance to discuss the emotions and thoughts that are stuck and difficult to express because of fear of possible retaliation can release the stuck emotions and discuss solutions with the group. The harmer and affected person work through guilt, shame, or any other emotion or thought that traps expression. The release of negative energy allows an opportunity to heal and build stronger connections and relationships. Theme 9. Repairing the harm provides more benefits than punitive punishment. Theme 9 is repairing the harm provides more benefits than punitive punishment. Restorative justice provides opportunities for the harm to be repaired, which breaks the cycle of negativity. P6 elaborated that the focus of restorative justice is not repairing the harm, or punishing the harmer, but creating something positive from the negative experience. To me, restorative justice is a set of principles and practices that focuses on repairing the harm caused by wrongdoing, rather than solely punishing the offender. It emphasizes healing and rebuilding relationships, promoting accountability, and addressing the needs of all parties involved, including victims, offenders, and the community. P5 compared restorative justice to punitive punishment, demonstrating how society utilizes punishment to continue the punishment after the crime, while restorative justice provides opportunity for growth. People throw around the expression, do the crime, do the time, a lot. The unspoken implication is that once you've served your time, you can resume normal life. Unfortunately, that's not how things usually work. Restorative justice builds a framework to allow former incarcerated persons to transition into meaningful members of society, or, the very least, offer them a genuine opportunity to do so. P2 described that restorative justice is currently being utilized in a punitive punishment system that needs to be changed to create the right environment for restorative justice. I believe that restorative justice can be very effective with the right resources and the right environment. Due to a lack of appropriate staffing, resources, and training, restorative justice often fails. When restructuring the penal environment to that of a restorative justice culture, the staff need to be properly assessed, complete programming, compete programming themselves, and be properly trained in various areas. Programs and security are both crucial for the success of restorative justice, and without a change in the prison system culture, restorative justice will be unable to meet the goals or expectations for real change. I also do not feel like the current laws in Illinois help restorative justice because it does not allow them enough time to program and reform behavior before they are released. Punitive punishment continues problems and creates a cycle of vengeance and egotistical desire to demonstrate power. Management creates a list of troublemakers to watch and single out. Punitive punishment continues the cycle of organizational justice beyond termination, whether the consequences are an employee struggling to find a job, lawsuits for wrongful termination, or the cost of hiring new employees. Restorative justice focuses on healing the organization, reducing the turnover ratio, creating allies and not enemies, and providing employees that make mistakes a second chance. Chapter summary. Chapter 4 reiterated the research question and the process of data collection. Chapter 4 revealed that the data analysis encompassed the core steps of identifying the codes, categories, and themes which emerged after the 10 experts shared their experiences and perspectives on restorative justice. The 29 themes emerged from participants' responses to 66 questions on a 5-point Likert scale survey. The results included the need to eliminate repetitive context for some themes and the elimination of one entire theme. The 28 themes in round 3 supported the top 9 themes emerging in support of the consensus of opinion achieved by the 10 participants. Leadership traits, safe environment, upper management, demonstrates awareness by spreading knowledge, harmer becomes self-aware, efficient work environment that induces teamwork, oneness, either spiritual or scientific or both, focuses on repairing the harm done to improve relationships, and repairing the harm done provides more benefits than punitive punishment. In Chapter 5, each theme is compared and contrasted with several prior published articles found in Chapter 2. Alright, so next week we finally reached the final chapter. I don't know if this will take 1 or 2 days, but we're almost at the end. So, um, anyway, I hope you like it. I know there hasn't been a lot of views on this, but that's okay. I know, I understand that people have a little bit of an issue with restorative justice, uh, because it's hard to forgive and it's hard to love. And that's what makes restorative justice hard, is because most of your life, or all of your life, you've been programmed to take revenge. You've been programmed for eye for an eye. But like I've keep repeating, the punitive punishment is all about egotistical desire to satisfy that need for revenge that harmed your ego. It'll only create cycles of negativity and of revenge when the focus of anything needs to be healing. If you really want to repair culture, if you want peace and unity, then you gotta focus what gets you there. You're not gonna get the peace through war. And peace only occurs when you decide to come together and put your differences aside and find a better path forward, which is what I think needs to happen at this current moment in time, especially in the United States of America, because we're so divided. We need to stop punishing each other, because all this is going to do is just continue the negativity and hate and fear and the negative consequences. And if you want to end those negative consequences, you've got to come to a positive solution. And a positive solution is not one of revenge. Because, like I keep trying to inform everyone, revenge just leads to more revenge. You're not going to break the cycle through hate. The only way you can break the cycle is through love and forgiveness. And without love and forgiveness, the cycle will not break. I seem to have just repeated that like over and over again because I'm trying my hardest to get this concept to be understood. And if you have any doubts of what I say, if you think I'm wrong by what I say, then this is what I ask of you. If you think I'm wrong, then go read Plato, The Republic, when he was trying to find justice for what happened to Socrates. And you can go through the arguments that each of the people he asked said and see what conclusion you come to. Because the interesting thing is that the questions that Plato asked and the answers that are received from the people who he asked are directly the same today. Nothing changed in that manner. and just positions have rearranged, people have rearranged, that's all. Nothing ever changes, just rearranges. But you can stop the cycle of rearranging if you choose love and forgiveness. Isn't that what Jesus said? The path forward is love and forgiveness. Jesus knew that the path forward was not through hate and revenge. And as much as it is hard to turn the other cheek, and by all means he's right, I'm not saying that, I would be able to do that today. I don't know. You know, there are certain circumstances I believe in standing up for yourself, but it also determines the length through which you know, put the effort into punishing the other person. But yeah, Jesus was right. Turning the other cheek probably is the better way, because you stop the cycle of revenge, or it ends with that moment in a way. I'm not sure if I would sacrifice my life for it. That takes, even though I would say that Jesus is right, that that takes a lot, and I don't know if I'm like to that point yet. But when it comes to bringing society together and letting go of our negativity and hate, because the negativity and hate is going to lead to the death and consequences that, trust me, you do not want on your conscious mind. You do not have to take things that far. You do have a choice. Whether you see it or not, there is a choice. Even choosing not to participate is a choice. And it's hard. And love and forgiveness is by far a lot harder than hate, negativity, and fear. Because the world wants you to create negativity, hate, and fear, while God wants you to love. And that's where the choice is. And the choice is, if you want to choose life, then love is the only way. If you want to choose death, then by all means, continue negativity, fear, and hatred, and see where it gets you. Because it'll get you nowhere, except more negativity, hate, and fear. And by that, I think I've talked long enough. You guys have a good one. I'll see you next week for chapter 5. And I hope everyone is enjoying my shorts, my YouTube shorts. If you haven't checked them out, please do. Your choice. But peace out, and as always, positive thoughts and love. Always. Bye.